Nostradamus, mystic or myth? 9 startling predictions that echo through time.
Nostradamus, the enigmatic 16th century seer, left a legacy of controversial predictions. From Hitler's rise to Kennedy's death, his cryptic quatrains continue to fascinate and perplex.
Dive into 9 of his most striking prophecies that seem to echo through history. Was Nostradamus a true prophet or a master of vague foresight? Number 1. The death of King Henry II of France. In a quatrain, Nostradamus eerily foresees a tragic event in the life of King Henry II of France. The young lion will overcome the older one
on the field of combat in a single battle. He will pierce his eyes through a golden cage. 2 wounds made 1, then he dies a cruel death. This prediction aligns with the death of Henry II, who, in a jousting tournament in 1559, sustained fatal injuries when a lance fragment pierced his eye and brain. Henry's death, following a painful and prolonged struggle, reflects the specifics of Nostradamus's verse, particularly the reference to a golden cage, likely symbolizing the king's helmet.
Number 2. The Great Fire of London in 1666. Nostradamus' quatrain about a fire in London is uncannily reflective of the Great Fire of 1666. The blood of the just will be lacking in London, burnt up in the fire of 66.
The ancient lady will topple from her high place.
Many of the same sect will be killed.
This fire, which began in a bakery on Pudding Lane, devastated a significant portion of the city. The blood of the just could be interpreted as the countless rats that carried the plague, which the fire helped eradicate. The destruction of a major part of London, including its buildings and homes, resonates with the imagery of an ancient lady falling from grace. While skeptics argue over the vagueness of his quatrains, these instances showcase how Nostradamus's predictions have been linked to significant historical events, continuing to intrigue and puzzle scholars and enthusiasts alike.
Number 3. The French Revolution, Nostradamus's vision. Nostradamus's quatrain uncannily echoes the events of the French Revolution. Songs, chants, and demands will come from the enslaved, held captive by the nobility in their prisons. At a later date, brainless idiots will take these as divine utterances. This prophecy parallels the French Revolution's rise in 1789. The term enslaved metaphorically reflects the oppressed French populace, and nobility in their prisons notably aligns with the Bastille, a symbol of royal tyranny. The storming of this prison signified the uprising's intensity. The brainless idiots could be a sardonic reference to the executed monarchy, perhaps hinting at their eventual beheadings. Number 4. Napoleons Rise, foretold by Nostradamus. Nostradamus's words seem to foreshadow Napoleon Bonaparte's unexpected ascent. Pow, nay, Lorraine, more fire than blood.
Swimming in praise, the great man hurries to the confluence.
He will refuse entry to the magpies. Pampon endurance will confine them.
The cities Pau, nay, Lorraine are cleverly rearranged in the anagram Roi Napoleon, hinting at King Napoleon. The phrase more fire than blood suggests Napoleon's rise through military might rather than noble birth.
The quatrain's obscurity leaves much to interpretation, yet these lines intriguingly coincide with Napoleon's dramatic rise and subsequent dominion over Europe, underscoring Nostradamus's prophetic legacy. Number 5. The discoveries of Louis Pasteur, a prophetic view. Louis Pasteur, the father of microbiology, made groundbreaking discoveries that changed science forever. He developed pasteurization, making milk and wine safe by removing bacteria.
Pasteur also discovered the role of microorganisms in fermentation, debunking the belief that it occurred spontaneously. His work led to vaccines, notably the first rabies inoculation given to a 9-year-old boy, saving his life.
Nostradamus's quatrain seems to have foreseen Pasteur's achievements and controversies.
The lost thing is discovered, hidden for many centuries.
Pasteur will be celebrated almost as a godlike figure.
This is when the moon completes her great cycle. But by other rumors he shall be dishonored.
This prophecy mirrors Pasteur's rise to fame and the later revelation that he used a rival's findings in his anthrax vaccine, tainting his reputation. Number 6. The rise of Hitler and the Nazi Party, foretold by Nostradamus? Adolf Hitler's ascent and the horrors of the Nazi regime are etched in history. But did Nostradamus predict this dark chapter? Consider these quatrains. From the depths of the west of Europe, a young child will be born of poor people. He who by his tongue will seduce a great troop. His fame will increase towards the realm of the east. Hitler, born to poor parents in Western Europe, indeed swayed masses with his oratory skills, gaining power and forming an alliance with Japan, the realm of the East. Beasts ferocious with hunger will cross the rivers. The greater part of the battlefield will be against Hister. Into a cage of iron will the Great One be drawn. When the child of Germany observes nothing. While Hister is often thought to be a misspelling of Hitler, it actually refers to the Danube River. This quatrain is interpreted as foreshadowing the widespread conflict in the region during World War II, involving nations along the Danube. Number 7. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In August 1945, the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki by the United States resulted in catastrophic loss of life and marked a pivotal moment in World War II. Hiroshima, a vital military hub, saw up to 140,000 casualties, while Nagasaki suffered around 70,000 deaths. These events not only signified a turning point in the war but also demonstrated the terrifying might of atomic power and its global implications. Nostradamus's quatrain possibly alludes to this tragic event. The heavenly dart will stretch its course. Death in the speaking, a great achievement. The proud nation brought low by the stone in the tree. Rumors of a monstrous human bring purge, then expiation. The heavenly dart could symbolize the bombs, which descended from the sky and resembled darts in shape. The phrase "a great achievement" might reflect the scientific community's view of the atomic bomb at the time. However, interpretations of Nostradamus's words vary, and skeptics caution against taking them as literal prophecies. The vague language in the quatrain allows for multiple interpretations, often only clear in hindsight. Number 8. The assassination of John F. Kennedy echoes in Nostradamus's words? The assassination of President John F. Kennedy on November 22, 1963, remains one of the most shocking and debated events in American history. As Kennedy and his wife rode through Dallas, Texas, in an open limousine, he was fatally shot, leading to a whirlwind of conspiracy theories and questions that linger to this day. Lee Harvey Oswald was identified as the assassin, yet his subsequent murder and the lack of a trial fueled endless speculation. Among these theories, some look to a quatrain by Nostradamus for insights. The ancient task will be completed. From on high, evil will fall on the great man. A dead innocent will be accused of the deed. The guilty one will remain in the mist. This prophecy is interpreted by some as alluding to the Kennedy assassination. The dead innocent is speculated to refer to Oswald, who was killed before he could stand trial and proclaimed himself a patsy. The phrase "the guilty one will remain in the mist" suggests that the true perpetrator, or the full truth of the conspiracy, remains hidden or unresolved. While Nostradamus's quatrain is open to interpretation, its application to the Kennedy assassination highlights the enigmatic nature of both the prophecy and the event itself, leaving a narrative open-ended and shrouded in mystery.